Welcome to my Power Talk. If you get easily offended, this show is definitely not for you.
Hey guys, what's going on? Master Al here. So I'm excited. If as you can tell in the background, I'm actually at the Power Talk Studios, and before we continue, I actually want to thank my son because he's the one who actually convinced me and was literally on my ass about making it official, making it look more professional. As you can see, most of the time I'm making you guys a power talk or a video when I'm driving my car to work, when I'm going places, at the gym, in my office. I'm one of those guys, I don't give a shit. My job is to give you content and be able to offer you guys ideas and motivate you guys enough to get off your asses and be wanting to do something about it. So this thing with the podcast that we're doing right now is he wants to do, which I think is a great idea. I did it in the past, and actually I wasn't consistent. But we actually recording this podcast at the same time. So for those of you that would like to watch the YouTube video of this podcast, you will be able to see me. Especially in the future when we get some guest speakers, you'll be able to see everybody, get to see everybody's faces, what they sound like, and who's saying what. So it's gonna be pretty cool, guys. So for those of you that like to listen on your way to work or while you're driving the car, this is gonna be amazing because you have the podcast. For those of you that are more visual and want to see this beautiful face right here, yeah, that's right, this one right here, you'll be able to see me too on YouTube. All right, all jokes aside, this topic is gonna probably pissed off a lot of you guys, but I want you to understand that once again, everything that I do is not to fat shame anybody, not to make anybody feel like shit. It's just pretty much like a little reality call. And the reason why I feel like I can do that is because I don't think you're gonna feel like I'm offending you. In other words, if you ask your husband, your wife, a brother, a sister, a family member, hey, how does this look on me? And if they tell you look like shit and you look fat, you're gonna be pretty pissed off. But when it comes from somebody else, obviously, it's not as upsetting. Someone else has no reason to lie to you, and so people are gonna tell you the truth. The whole thing with this podcast, and the reason why I call it Power Talk, is because it's powerful. It has the potential to actually help you do better. This is not for you to do worse. I'm actually your biggest cheerleader. I'm the guy who wants you to lose the weight, feel amazing. I'm the kind of guy that wants you to go to Walmart, buy some cheap shit clothing on Walmart, and you'll feel like $1 million. I don't want you to be the one that you can only wear Athleta and this, and you can only wear this name brand clothing that is super expensive for you to feel good. Because let's be for real, guys. At the end of the day, you can be wearing a fucking $500 t-shirt and $200 or $300 leggings. If you're fat, and you feel like shit, you feel like shit. And it is the truth. So you can try to feel like you look amazing because you're buying all this expensive shit, but at the end of the day, your body is not expensive. Your body looks like shit. So again, in order for you to change your body, you have to do it right. And it's not that difficult. And I'm going to say this again. How is it possible that we supposedly, again, there's a lot of theories with this, but how is it possible that we sent a man to the moon, which takes all this effort, this work, this manpower, and we can't figure out how to lose 20 fucking pounds? I mean, it blows my mind when I meet amazing people, people that are so incredibly smart, and yet they have not figured out yet how to lose 20 pounds. Because most people, the majority of people, are just little 20, 25 pounds overweight. Yes, there's other people that are 90 pounds overweight. And I'm not saying that there's not a lot of them. No, there's plenty of them. But what I'm saying to you guys, if you were to catch the problem before it becomes a real problem, losing 20 pounds, you can lose 20 pounds within the next 3 months, 12 weeks. You're 12 weeks away from losing 20 pounds and feeling absolutely amazing. And so today's topic, we want to talk about the 6 types of people that will never, can never lose weight. And until you don't change that, until you don't become not part of those 6 types of people, you're really not going to see changes. So I'm going to start with number 1. The number 1 is what I call the full of shits. I'm a trainer. I've been there. I've done this. So I'm not blaming you. I've done this. I've done this myself. I come up with excuses. So they're full of shit. The people that blame absolutely everything and everything around them, and they blame that and they hold on to that as an excuse not to do what they're supposed to fucking do. Example. Oh, I had such a rough day at work today. My boss was such a fucking asshole. I really can't stand him. I really wish he dies, blah, blah, blah. And I don't feel like working out today. I had a rough day. I'm just going to go home and eat like a fucking cow. Do you know what I mean? Like this, you're full of shit. You're using that as an excuse. Why don't you just say, hey, my boss was a fucking total dick to me today, and I'm so pissed, I need this workout. Do you have kickboxing? Because I need to beat the shit out of that heavy bag. As a matter of fact, do you mind if I get a piece of paper and put his name on it? Because I want to just think of him every time I kick and punch that bag. Why don't you turn that around and use that as motivation and not as an excuse? How about the kids? Ladies, most of you are the kids. And I'm not picking on you. I'm just telling you the excuses that I hear all the time as a coach, as a trainer, someone who's been in the field for a long, long time. You know, my kids, it's hard to train with my kids. My kids are all over the place. I got to do this for my kids, and my kids once has to go there and once has to go here and blah, blah, blah. And you act like you really have no life. Ladies, I get it. And I can tell you one thing. You know, I'd rather go out there and do 3 jobs than staying home with the kids. That 100%. Staying home with the kids is absolutely fucking painful. It is for me. I just feel like nothing gets done. I feel like clean the house, and 15 minutes later, the house is a fucking mess again. I get it. But all I'm trying to say to you, do not use your kids as an excuse why you don't work out. Somewhere in there, you are going to have, I promise you, 15, 20, even 30 minutes for you to squeeze a good little workout. Do that. Don't use them as an excuse. Use them as the reason. Isn't it great to say, hey, I want to work out because my kids are little and I want to be there for them, and I want to be there for every step of the way because I know my kids are going to need me. My kids are going to need me, the mom, the dad. They're going to need me for their support. They're going to need me for advice. They're going to need me maybe financially. They're going to need that crying shoulder. Don't you want to do that for your kids? All right. So instead of using your kids as an excuse, use them as the reason why you want to be around. How about grandkids? Don't you want to be around for the grandkids? That is amazing. You know, you want to be around for these guys because you want to help your kids with the grandkids, but at the same time, you want to see that family tree, something that started with you. I think that's beautiful, and I think that's a good reason why you want to take care of yourselves. That's an amazing reason why you want to be healthy and really be here a little longer for the people that we love. So how about the next one? The weather. It was raining outside. I really didn't feel like leaving the house. Fuckers, you're not made out of paper. You're not gonna melt. Yes, it sucks. I get it. I honestly I'd rather have a really cold day than a rainy day. I'd rather have a cold, freezing, sunny day than a warm, rainy day. Yes, rain absolutely sucks. Sucks balls in my opinion. But guess what? Don't use that as an excuse again. If you're supposed to go to the gym, if you're supposed to go and work out with your friends or by yourself or with your coach, don't use the weather as like, I'm not feeling well. Guess what, guys? I get it. It's hard to leave your house, the comfort of your house, the comfort of your couch, and look outside the window and it's absolutely pouring or it's absolutely cloudy and it's just raining and it's cold. I get it. But I promise you guys, once you get to the gym, you're going to feel 1,000% better. So again, the full of shits is the people that give anything, that use absolutely anything and everything as an excuse. Do not be part of these groups. I've been part of that group, and I can tell you, and there's no shame in it because unfortunately, depending, what stage of our lives we're on, sometimes we're weak and we're gonna use everything as an excuse because we just don't want to do it. So please, by all means, group number 1, get out of that fucking group because that group is the group that I call the full of shits. All right, guys, let's continue with our next one. Number 2, the wannabes. Holy shit. I've been in this group as well. I think I've been in all groups. If I tell you the truth, I think I've been in all 6 groups. And so the wannabes is the people that want to work out. Hey, my neighbor's working out. I think I'm going to join the gym. Oh, my girlfriend is doing this. Oh, she's going to Pilates. I think I'm going to do fucking Pilates. It's the people that want to do something just because someone else is doing it. All right, so I call this the wannabes. You really don't want to fucking do it. You don't have a strong mind and the right reason, the why, the powerful why that I talk to you guys so much about. You don't have a strong why you want to do it. You want to do it because your friend is doing it. You want to do it because, all the girls in the neighborhood, they doing it. All the girls in my neighborhood are driving a Tesla. We better get a Tesla too. Oh, everybody's driving a Volvo. Let's get a Volvo. Everybody has a Lincoln. Let's get a Lincoln. It's that kind of mentality. It's that kind of like, you being a follower, you're really not being a leader. You're not the one saying, fuck it, I need to work out, end the story, and you're just going to do it because you have to do it. So the wannabes. You're doing it because you want to. Everything comes out of feeling. I feel like working out because my friend is doing it. And so that's not going to work out. That shit's not going to last. It's going to last a little bit, and you're going to rely heavily on other people. For as long as those other people are doing it, you are gonna do it. As soon as you find out they're doing something else, guess what? The wannabes are gonna do that something else as well. So please don't fall into this group, please, because we all been there. Listen, I've done things because my friends have done it. You know, at one point my friends wanted to like always go to the city on the weekends. It was the thing. It was the thing, right? And we weren't going to like shitty clubs. We were going to like good places, you know. So obviously, if I know they're going to places like Tao in New York City, they're going to like the meat market. Obviously, I'm not gonna go anywhere else. I'm gonna go to the same places. I wanted to be just like them. All right, so don't be a wannabe. You know, this group fails miserably, and the reason why they fail miserably is because they're not doing it for the right reasons. They don't have a strong why yet. All right, so please do not go into this group because it's not gonna suit you, and you're not gonna last. Now let's go to the next topic. Number 3, the fakers. Holy shit! And so I seen this group and I seen this type of people. How do I say this? In both, in the fitness world, in the fighting world, the fakers, the ones that they want to do something. Oh, I'm here. I'm doing this shit, man. I got this. I want to do this, and they full of shit. Again, they almost become part of the full of shit as well. The fakers are the kind of people that want to show up to the gym, and they actually have potential. This is the sad thing about this group. They have a lot of potential, but what happens with this group is they don't want to fucking push. If you said to them, we're going to work out for 45 seconds you're going to do this particular exercise for 45 seconds, and then we're going to take a 45-second break. These are the people that right before the bell goes off, warning you, telling you 45 seconds are ending or ended for you to stop. They literally stop around 35 seconds, 37 seconds, 41 seconds. They don't quite make it, you know? So these guys are literally they weak. And I don't understand why, because they have the most potential. Sometimes they have the right reasons. Sometimes their wife is good enough, but they just don't know how to finish, you know? So what they do is they go and grab the lightest possible weight. They don't want to exert themselves. They don't want to feel that burning sensation that is so important in order for you to change, you know, your body. You know, so these people, once again, they have full potential, but they just kind of like fucking lazy. Like they just don't want to push. They will give up very easily. They just don't have that backbone, that toughness, that, like I say, that fucking Viking attitude, saying fuck it, I'm gonna do or die, and if I die, I die. They don't have that. And you know what? And I think we've been there sometimes too, you know, where we just give up so easily. We just, you know, we faking it, right? We faking that we're going to the gym. We're faking that, I go to the gym and I work out and I do 2 hours a day and I don't know why my body don't change. It's because you don't want to fucking push. You expect results, but you don't want to do what results are required for you to do. In other words, I'm not saying lifting light weights is bad. All I'm saying is like lifting light weights, it's going to take longer. And because you don't want to push, and because you don't want to and because you don't want to feel the burn, you just literally, you're faking your workouts, you're faking shit around. You know, the whole point to coming to the gym, and I hate to break it to the people that love the gym, because listen, I love the gym and I live in a gym, clearly. I'm here all day long. But the thing is, when it's my actual workout, I want to get that shit over within 35 minutes, 25 to 35 minutes. If I'm going to do cardio, I don't want to do more than 10 minutes of cardio, maybe 15. But I promise you, for all of you that know me well, you know I'm not going to be just walking on the machine for 15 minutes and call it a day. You know I'm going to push my absolute ass to the grass. I am on a grind, and I'm going to fucking give myself a workout of workout. I want to make sure that by the time I finish those 10 or 15 minutes, it is the equivalent or the equivalence of someone else working out for an hour. I want to squeeze 1 hour of cardio. I want to squeeze it into 10, 15 minutes. And in order for me to do that, I cannot fake it. I got to literally do it. I'm going to go hard or I'm going to go home. And here's how I think. Here's how my mind works. If I feel like after 10 minutes or 15 minutes of training that intense, I feel like throwing up, I'll go and I'll vomit, whatever it is. Listen, if my body says, dude, you are ready to throw up, good, go and throw up, that's it. And if after I throw up, I feel like I'm done, I need to go home, then I'm going to go home and I'm not going to feel bad that, I was only in the gym for 15 minutes. Trust me, those 15 minutes at that intensity, doing it the way that I would like you to do, it is the equivalent of you being in the gym for an hour. So if it's the equivalent of an hour, why would you feel guilty going home afterwards? There's no shame in that. You push hard, and that's all it really matters. So for all of you guys out there faking it, please stop fucking faking it, because at the end of the day, you are only hurting yourselves. Remember that. All right, let's move on to the next one. So the next group is number 4. And I call this group the Plateau Finders. This is the people that get stuck. And it's sad. And again, I've been there too. I swear, I once again, when I wrote this, I believe that most of us have been part of all 6. So the Plateau Finders, what does that mean? Is the people that work really hard. This fucking group is amazing. They work hard. There's no bullshit. They're not faking shit. They're not lying. They're not full of shit. They are gonna do the work. But here's the thing, and unfortunately, because they don't have the knowledge to get out of that, they get stuck. Pretty much that's what happens. They get stuck. And because they get stuck, they don't know how to get out of it. And they continue working hard. And this is fucking sad. When you keep doing the same bullshit over and over and over and over again just to get minimum results. And it's absolutely sad because you can see how much they want it. Let me explain. So the way I'm gonna explain this to you guys is very simple. There's people that come, they join the gym, and then within the first literally 2 months, they lose weight, they feeling fucking powerful, they feel amazing. And then 2 months later, they working just as hard, if not harder, but they're not changing. The body isn't changing, and they start getting frustrated. And the reason why they get frustrated is because they still working just as hard, but their results are gone. And so I call this group the Plateau Finders. And the Plateau Finders is an amazing group, but unfortunately they have no knowledge. And the lack of knowledge and the lack of wanting to learn what else to do is what actually handicapped this group. And then they end up quitting eventually. And it's sad when someone has this love, this passion, this desire to actually change, and they get frustrated because they don't know how to get unstuck. So let me give you a tip for you guys on this one. When I do my cardio with my clients, including myself, obviously I'm gonna start with the machine I like. In my case, because I'm a fucking sucker for pain, I go with the elliptical. And I'll explain to you guys why. But the average human is gonna go with the treadmill. Why? Because we all know how to fucking walk, so it's not that complicated. So you go on the treadmill. And they go on the treadmill, and they understand at least that they have to do a little bit of running somewhere in there, jogging or running. And they start doing that, and it's different, and it's new, and your body is not used to it, so your body starts changing, and you start losing the weight. But then what happens is they keep doing that shit for 2 months. They don't realize that just because you're still on the treadmill, running and jogging and walking and burning calories, they don't realize that your body's not gonna change as much anymore. Why? Because you, my friend, hit a plateau. Your body isn't changing anymore. Your body's already used to it. So I love when people tell me, I don't understand. Now I go on this fucking machine for like an hour. Before 20 minutes used to kill me. Now I go in the machine for an hour and I'm pushing harder. I'm training harder. I used to train 3 days a week. Now I'm up to 5 days a week and I'm not seeing results. Your body already got used to the exercise. So for those, my lovely, dear friends that are Plateau Finders, here's the trick. You need to change your routine. Start doing all this shit. With my clients, this is what I do. We do 2 weeks of treadmill. After doing the treadmill for 2 weeks, and they're loving life, and they say, this is good, it's becoming so much easier. Well, I go and switch them. Now I'll take them to the elliptical, and now they hate my balls again. Now they're like, I hate you, this shit sucks, this machine is the worst machine in the world. And I laugh, because the elliptical, and that will be another topic, the elliptical is probably the best cardio machine out there. And I will explain to you in a different episode. But as of right now, I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So 2 weeks later, you gotta change the routine. Go to a different machine, do the elliptical. And 2 weeks later, after you're doing the elliptical, well, just when you start falling in love with the elliptical, when you got good at it, when you're no longer hating life for being on the elliptical, you have 2 choices. Pick a third machine, go to the Stairmaster, or go back to the treadmill. So now the treadmill feels different again. And that, my friends, is how you get unstuck when you reach plateaus. Same thing with your workouts. Every person in the gym is always, I promise you, always gonna end up going and doing exercises that they like. Men love working on fucking chest presses and bicep curls. Women, you want to do booty shit, right? You want to do your squats and your lunges. We all know that. Very few girls are going to go on the bench and start bench pressing. And few little guys, not too many guys, are going to go and start doing squats and jump squats and lunges and, Bulgarian split squats. I'm not saying that no guys do that. All I'm saying is that if you give a man and a woman the choice, the girl ain't going to go for the bench press and the guy ain't going to go for the fucking lunges. It's that simple. But guess what? That's how you get unstuck. That's how when you hit a plateau, you do different exercises and your body continue changing. So there you go, my friends. Number 4 is the group of the Plateau Finders. Let's go to the next one. So the number 5, the 5th group of people that will never lose weight until they get out of these groups. And number 5 is what I call the Knowledge Trashcans. And why did I choose this topic? This is the people, and again, once again, here we go. I've been in this group as well. I absorb myself deeply into a subject, and then I go into YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, and I start just Google, and I start reading about this topic. And then what happens is, I become this trash can. Everybody that I'm reading about, every athlete or every person that supposedly is the authority in the field is giving me a YouTube video and is telling me his or her idea. And then the guy in TikTok is doing the same thing, and another reading on Google is giving me the same thing. And I become this trash can of knowledge. And this is bad. And the reason why it's bad is simple. I'm getting one guy telling me that I can grow my arms more when I do my bicep curls, if I can just point my little pinky up a little higher than my thumbs. I get another guy saying, no, screw that. If you really want to build bigger arms, you got to do like this thing that is almost like a wiper blade. Nice and easy. You go straight up and down sideways, and he's going to build his humongous arms. I'm talking about for like dudes right now, right? Girls don't want humongous arms. Then I get another guy that says, no, not at all. If you want to lift, if you want to get those arms to looking amazing, you got to fucking lift heavy. So now I am getting 3 different people giving me 3 different options and 3 different versions of what they think is what's going to grow my arms bigger. And then all of a sudden, I'm fucking confused. Which one is it? Is it number 1, number 2, or number 3? Well, here's the truth. They all work. They all absolutely work. And so none of them is lying, but we get so confused with all this enormous amount of information that then it ends up paralyzing us because it's too much information. And I'll just give you one little topic: how to build it, how to make your arms bigger, how to build them bigger. And this goes with everything. Nutrition. Oh my God, forget about nutrition. You can do semi-fasting, intermittent fasting works amazing, and you can do the keto diet, and you can do the West Palm Beach bath diet. Oh my, they got fucking diet after diet after diet, and it's insane. Because guys, it's not that fucking complicated. You know what's good, you know what's bad, you know what's white, you know what's black. It's not that complicated. Eating fucking Cheetos or donuts at 11 p.m. at night, it's not the greatest fucking choice, is it? And so, do you really need somebody to tell you that you eating shit late at night and that you're going to go to sleep with that and it's going to sit in your belly all night long? I don't think anyone needs any advice when it comes to that. And so, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? And so, again, the knowledge trash cans. These people just get so overwhelmed, and they start looking for answers, and they want to know what this guy has to say about losing weight, and what that guy has to say about losing weight, and what this guy has to say about losing weight. But at the end of the day, guys, it's very simple. Don't exceed 3,500 calories per day. 1 pound, 3,500 calories equals 1 pound. So if we know that if we consume 3,500 calories, we're going to gain a pound, well, don't fucking do it. And if we know that we eat less than 3,500 calories a day, and we add a little exercise, and we put our bodies to a caloric deficit, we're going to lose some weight, but that's the way to do it. What else is there to talk about? Nothing else. Why are you complicating life? Do you really need 10 versions of how to lose weight? No. And so, now that you know the numbers, now you know 3,500 calories equals a pound. So, if you don't need 3,500 calories, you're not going to gain weight. If you're happy, let's say at 130 pounds, you're a female, you're 5'6", 5'7", and you 130, and you're solid, you're fit, just know that for as long as you do not eat 3,500 calories a day, and you're doing your workouts, and and you're not exceeding that amount of calories per day, you will maintain. And if you go a little too low in calories, you are going to lose some weight. Not that difficult. And so pay attention to what you put in your mouth. Because I'm going to tell you something that I heard many, many years ago when I went into a seminar about weight loss. And when I walked in, the speaker happened to be saying the following words. Guys, don't forget, even Tic Tacs have 5 calories. So I walked in during that time, and it really stuck with me for a very long time. Even Tic Tacs have 5 calories. All I'm saying to you guys is that anything and everything you put in your mouth has calories, except water, obviously, all right? But just so you know, which is fucking hilarious, now they sell diet water. If you are one of those people that are buying diet water, I hate to say, you're fucking dumb. Because there's no such thing, okay? Water already comes with 0 calories. So please, stop reading fucking labels and stop getting confused by media, because the media is out there to get you and get into your pockets. They want you to spend money. So there's no such thing as fucking diet water. All right, guys, what else? So that's pretty much it. When it comes to the knowledge trash cans, remember, stop collecting everybody's bullshit, what everybody has to say. Just stick to a program. Listen to your coach. If you really, truly have a coach that truly has a record, that has a proven record of helping other people lose weight, and that can back it up. Anybody can go and find fucking fake pictures in the internet right now. But if he can back it up with pictures, solid pictures of people that he or she have trained in the past, and that you can actually say, do you mind if I contact any of those the people? And that coach says, yeah, absolutely. Pick any picture on the wall you want. I'll give you that person's name and number. I'll contact those people first. Let them know that if it's okay for you to call. And if they say yes, that is a coach you want. It's a coach that has proven results. But stop taking all this bullshit information on YouTube and on social media, period, with people that you don't know, and you don't know whether they've done the drill or not, whether they have helped people or not. Once again, stop being a knowledge trash can. Let's go on to the next topic. And the final group number 6, guys. We are talking about the doubters. So for all my doubter friends, for all of you guys that don't believe that it's too hard for you to trust the process, just know one thing. For as long as you keep doubting the system and not trusting the process, you too, my friend, you will not lose weight. You will not see results because you are not trusting the process. Do you ever heard the phrase, trust the process? There's a fucking reason why it says trust the process. And it's for people that doubt the process, people that don't think it's going to happen. Well, guess what? I've been in that group too. Would I doubt the process? I'm like, is this really going to work? Is this shit for real? You know, it's okay. It's normal. But I want you guys to understand that once you find a good coach, once you find somebody that has results, that have given people results and can fucking back it up, because anybody out there can say, I'm a personal trainer or I know what I'm doing. They full of shit, guys. You know, show me the money. Do they have pictures of before and after of clients that actually they've helped in the past? If they do, here's the next question. Do you mind if I contact one of them? And if they say, yes, I don't have a problem, you can contact any of them, because guess what? I trained them for a little while. We became friends. I know everything about them. And I know that they love me enough that if I need someone that wants references, I know they feel comfortable talking to you. So when you find that coach that can back it up, that can back up his work, and that you know he has results, that he's giving results to other clients, guys, at that moment, you should not be a doubter anymore. At that moment, it's pretty much coming into trusting the process. So trust the process. He's done it before. He or she, I shouldn't say just he or she has done the work before and have given people results. They have a proven record, a proven track of results that they actually have helped other people. At that moment, why are you still doubting? I can tell you why. I know you're good, and I know your picture on the wall says you this and that, and I know I've seen pictures of people that you've helped, but I don't understand why it's not working with me, blah, blah, blah. Well, maybe because you're fucking different. You know, not everybody's the same. Some people can lose 6 pounds in 2 weeks. Some people can only lose 6 pounds in a month. We don't know what kind of body we're working with. Do you have a slow metabolism? Are you taking medication? Do you have a thyroid problem? Maybe perhaps any of these things is affecting the results. But it doesn't mean you're not going to see results. All it means is that you're going to see results at a slower pace. At the end of the day, here's what I tell my clients all of the time. Losing 1 pound a week is not bad at all. 1 pound a week of weight loss equals 52 pounds in 12 months, in 1 year. Wouldn't you want to lose 50 fucking pounds in 1 year? If I had 50 pounds to lose and you tell me you will be 50 pounds lighter by next year, I'm in. Where do I sign? Seriously. I think that's good. I think it's healthy. And just to give you a little bit more information, if you can lose 1% of your body weight per week, you are doing it the healthiest way. Can you lose more? 100%. Don't go too crazy though. But if you can lose 1 to 2% of your body weight per week, it's amazing. Let's talk. If you weigh 200 pounds and you lose 1% a week, that's 2 pounds. If you lose 2 pounds per week, that is amazing. Trust me, it's what the doctor will want you to do. If you lose 2% of your body weight and you weigh 200 pounds, that means you're going to lose 4 pounds a week. That's not bad at all. Do you know what I mean? Can you maintain that? Probably not. Eventually you're going to slow down. But all I'm saying to you guys is that you cannot doubt the process. You got to trust the process. And I'm going to leave you guys with the following. And the following goes like this. If it took you, how long, first of all, I ask my clients that are doubting the process, how long did it take you to get fat? Straight to the fucking point. I'm not gonna be like, how long did it take you to gain some weight? No, I'm not sugarcoating shit. I'm dealing with an adult and I'm dealing with somebody that needs some encouragement. Someone that needs a strong coach to guide them. Because at the end of the day, let me ask you a question. If we were at war and you get some weak ass fucking guy in front of the army, directing the army, do you want the badass motherfucker, the guy who's not afraid, the guy who's gonna say things the way they are, the guy who's gonna lead and is gonna lead with power and example? Or do you want the guy looking back and say, all right guys, I don't know if I really belong here in the front, maybe you guys should go in the front, I go in the back? Is that the kind of guy you want? The guy who wants to sugarcoat shit, the weak guy? I think you want a strong coach, but I don't want you to get a coach that's gonna fucking offend you and insult you, make you feel like shit. Because that's not what it's about either. I think your coach, to a certain degree, is responsible to make sure that he encourages you and not make you feel like shit to the point you don't want to come back. So it's a thin line. It's a very thin line that a coach should not cross. And unfortunately, I've seen coaches that have done that, where they try to be tough, but they're so fucking tough that at the end of the day, the client doesn't want to come back. So you gotta lead with example, by example, and you gotta be kind, and you gotta do it right. And you know what? And that takes out sometimes a little bit of experience. And once again, don't doubt a good coach. And then what I'm gonna leave you with last is this: when I ask a client, how long did it take you to get fat? And they say, well, and it always starts with well, and that well lasts for 8 minutes. I said, just come on, tell me. Did it take you a year? What's your ideal weight? Oh, I want to drop down to 140, and right now I'm 190. Okay. When was the last time you were 140? Well, just when I gave birth. Okay, we're getting somewhere. And they're still not telling me the truth. Like I'm fishing here. Okay, how long ago did you give birth? How old is your child? Oh, he's 17. Fucking 17 years? So it took you 17 years to get to whatever. And you want me to change that in 2 weeks? Or sometimes they say, well, my baby, right before I gave birth to my baby, right before I got pregnant, I was 140. And how old is your baby now? My baby's 4. Okay, 4 years. It took you 4 years to gain 50 pounds. Okay, we're good. Now, I'm not going to ask you to give me 4 years of your life for you to lose 50 pounds. All I'm asking you is, can you give me 6 months? 6 months, you doing the right thing, you paying attention to your nutrition. Notice I didn't say diet. Your nutrition, you being consistent, coming to the gym, not canceling over stupid shit. The weather, my husband, my boss is an asshole, my kids are this. Leaving all the bullshit aside. Can you commit for 6 months? It took you 4 years to gain 50 pounds. And I'm asking you, as the professional, as the expert, can you give me 6 months of you doing the right thing for you to be back to 140 pounds? And if you can do that, and no bullshit, and leaving all the bullshit aside, I promise you, in 6 months, I can drop the 50 pounds. I can help you drop 50 pounds. I promise. And I really can say I promise, even though most people don't offer any promises nowadays. But the reason why I can say I promise is because the numbers don't lie. I know 6 months of intense training in a good way, in a positive way, having you in the right mindset, and you doing what's right when it comes to your nutrition, I know I can help you drop the weight again. So once again, for all my doubted friends out there that doubt the process, please trust the process and be fair to your coach, be fair to your trainers, and more importantly, be fair to yourselves. Because if it took you 4 years to gain the weight, you got to be fair enough and allow yourself some time for you to lose that weight back down, for you to drop the weight back down and be back to a place where you are happy, where you're healthy, and when most likely you're not going to have a lot of medical conditions due to being overweight. All right, friends, so let's just finish by saying the following. For as long as you belong to the 6 groups, you are not and will not see results when it comes to weight loss. And to be honest with you, I connect all this and all these strategies and techniques to real life. So, once again, let's do a quick recap, and I'm actually gonna go in no particular order. And so, for as long as you belong to the groups of the doubters, the knowledge trash cans, the plateau finders, the fakers, the wannabes, and for sure, you don't want to be full of shit. So for as long as you don't get out of this any of these groups and you belong, and believe me, there's times where people probably belong to to 3 of these groups all at the same time. They full of shit, they wanna be, they fakers, they hitting a plateau, you know what I mean? But all I'm saying to you guys is even if you are one of them, one of the 6 types of people that will never and will not lose weight because they belong to any of these groups, for as long as you belong to any of these groups, you will never gonna see results. So my advice to you is listen to this podcast again or watch the video again and make sure by all means that you are out of these 6 types of people. And that's it, guys. That's it for me today. This is another Power Talk, and I'm so excited because this is our very first Power Talk in our Power Talk studios. Have a wonderful day or night, depending on where you are. I know I have friends from all over the world. I have people that are in Poland. I have people that are listening to me from South America. I got people that are all over the world. Really, guys, I have friends everywhere, and they all follow me on social media, this is why social media is so powerful, because we are so far from each other and yet so close by being so connected. And once again, have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you soon. Until next time, see ya.
Thank you for watching or listening to my Power Talk. Hopefully you didn't get butt hurt too much. Until next time, see ya.